everybody, welcome back. This week I did a bit of a glow up and I'm going to share that with you. Nothing crazy, just a lot of small things that when you add together makes a huge difference. And the first thing I did was dermaplaning. Now, if you've never had dermaplaning done to your face, I suggest you give it a try, because what your esthetician does is remove all of that baby hair, those little tiny furry hairs on your face, and the top layer of skin cells. Your skin will glow. And you know, they add their products, so your skin will look like glass when you leave. It is so pampering. When you walk out, you're going to feel glorious. And when you put on your products, all your makeup products, skincare products, they really absorb into your skin much better. And I think if you have not had this done in the past, then you should give it one try at least. And I think you'll be sold on it. I do it about every 3 or 4 months. It is so refreshing for your skin. Love, love, love it. And then about mid-week, I went and had my hair colored and trimmed. You don't have to do a full transformation to feel more refreshed. Well, my hair gets very, very light with the sunshine and diving in the pool every once in a while. The color just gets stripped out of my hair. The sun just lightens it to almost pure white. So I go in and have low lights put in, and I had it trimmed just a bit. I've been thinking about cutting it quite a bit shorter, but I haven't done that. I haven't made that commitment yet. I had low lights, glaze, and trim. And I feel much better about my hair when I have those low lights put in. If you're blonde, you know what I am talking about. It just seems to get whiter in the summer than it does any other time of the year, because you're in the sun much more, so it seems obvious that it's going to lighten up. And for those of you who have dark hair, I know it gets about a shade lighter, but it's just for being in the sun, and the sun does its damage to your hair. I see some of my friends with dark hair, and some of them actually get a red undertone to their hair when they're out in the sun quite a bit. So occasionally getting your hair done properly makes a huge difference. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, last week I went and had a lip flip. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with a lip flip. I was not, and I started doing some research because I thought it was filler. It is not filler. My lips are generally pretty full, so I don't want to start going in and doing fillers yet. However, I do Botox, usually in this area. And I discovered for a lip flip, they use Botox. So I was like, why not? So what happens when you go in to have a lip flip? Well, you will find that they'll put 4 to 6 units of Botox in this muscle between your nose and your upper lip. Then what's supposed to happen is that muscle will relax and your lip will flip up. I don't know if it works for everybody. I do know that I had heard that some people cannot drink out of a straw if they have a lip flip. So I was really anxious about that. I didn't know what to expect. And I thought, well, I'm going to try it. Let's give it a whirl. So I did. I don't have a problem with the straw at all, so don't worry about it. If you do, it wears off pretty quickly. So, you know, I would guess, I've never had it done, but I'm going to guess it's going to last about 2 months. If it lasts longer, that's just a bonus. So I thought I would try that, and I'll tell you about it right here. Well, got that done. I am running into Home Goods. That should be fun. I am putting on a bit of lipstick. Can you see? I'm going to turn the camera a bit. Just, how's that? The reason is because I had a lip flip done. I had never done it before and decided that I wanted to give it a try. And actually, I don't see a lot of difference. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to get the light just right. Maybe that's better. About a week and a half ago, I went in and had the lip flip on my lips. And what they do is the following. The procedure is, what they do is put the tiniest bit of Botox in that spot, that spot, that spot, and right about there. And it lifts your lip, your upper lip. Now, it does not require any filler. It's supposed to, the theory is that the upper lip will relax and then your lip will flip up. Honestly, I don't see a huge difference, but a friend of mine had it done and she says you won't notice it for a little while, and then as the Botox fades, then you'll say, my lip doesn't look quite the same. So it is subtle, very subtle. I'm trying to avoid having too many procedures done because I live in an area where I see women who have had way too much work done, and I want to avoid that if I can. It's going to be difficult because some of these women that I see look so gorgeous. However, some look overdone, and there's a fine line there. Sometimes you look great, sometimes you do it just a bit overboard. So I'm trying to avoid that, and I think that I'm going to leave this lip flip up for debate. I'm going to do it this time, or I've done it this one time, and if I see an improvement over time, because Botox takes a moment to work, it's not immediate, and I want to give it time to do its process, and then after that, if I like it, I will continue. But you know, I'm always open for new ideas, so that's why I went ahead and did it. It wasn't something I did on a whim either. I had to think about it. You would think I was going in for brain surgery, but no, it was just a couple, actually 4 little units of Botox, and that's it. So it took about maybe 4 minutes to do it. It wasn't anything at all. But you know, when you haven't had it done, you're afraid that you're going to do something that's going to be long lasting. And I thought about it, and I thought, no. I've had Botox but right here, and it's not a big deal. So I thought if I could do that, I can do this, and I'll keep you posted if you're interested in doing this. Kind of watch and see what my lips look like. If they get really wonky, we know not to do it again, but I've seen girls who've had it done and it looks fabulous on them, and so we're going to give it a chance. In the meantime, I am going in shopping. And another bit of self-care for the week, I went and had a Mani-Pedi, and this is my go-to color for the summer, and I will put all of the colors down below so you can replicate this if you like the colors and tell your nail tech, or you can do it at home. Good morning. This is nail day. Nothing better than fresh nails, and that's what we're going for. I am going to get the same polish I got before, and that is American Manicure, which has pink undertones to it and a kind of a translucent white on the tips, and then I'm going to have the chrome overlay. It's working great for summer, and then I may get a pedi. If they have time, I'll do that. So let's get going. I am so excited to get fresh nails. I think I've waited about 4 days too long. If I'd gone a few days ago, I would have appreciated it at that point. Now I'm desperate, so I'm going in. All right, that is a job well done. Look at this. Perfect for summer. I went several days too long and I appreciate them much more now. So I'm good for another week and a half or 2 weeks. And I can go over that easily with this color because it doesn't really show that much. So I'm so glad to get this done. And there we go again. Yay! And here we are at the end of the week, feeling a little more refreshed. You know, a glow up does not have to be dramatic. Sometimes it's just about taking a little extra time for ourselves. So I hope you take some time for yourself. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, tap the subscribe button and the notification bell, tap that too, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram. Bye.